Hi, Steve. Melanie.
Hi, nice to meet you, Melanie.
I just want to kind of take a couple of minutes and talk to you about some things that are going on and hear your side of the story. And before we get started, I just want to say if the things that we share in here are just between you and I, they're not going to leave this room. I keep them confidential. The only way that I would have to share it is if you said something that would make me think that you were going to harm yourself or maybe hurt somebody else. But otherwise, you can feel free to share whatever it is here in this room, and it won't leave this room.
Okay.
So to get started, it's the first time that we're talking. I'd like to get to know more about you, and maybe you can tell me a little bit about what you're doing, where you work, if you're in school. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I work at a business with my friends. I work the afternoon shift. So, and that's about it.
What kind of things do you like to do when you're not working?
Go out, hang out, be with my friends, and just do what I want to do. I don't like being people telling me what I have to do all the time.
Yeah, that's hard. It's hard when you're older and you're making a paycheck to have to come home and then hear your parents ask you to do more work when you get home, right?
That's right. Now he's making me do things I don't think I should have to do. So it makes it hard, and that's when we get in arguments about stuff, and then they try to tell me more things to do, and I don't like it. I don't like people telling me what to do all the time.
So if you could maybe just give me a little bit of background on your family life. Maybe how you grew up or where you grew up, how many sisters and brothers you have. Do your parents work, that sort of thing?
Middle class family. I have one younger sister. She's 12. Other than that, it's pretty much just a normal family. Nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Okay. And do you get along pretty good with your parents, would you say? Or
sometimes.
Can you describe your relationship with your parents right now?
Well, right now it's a little rocky, but I know they care about me, but I'm almost an adult myself, and I feel like I can take care of myself, so I don't like them telling me what to do all the time. But other than that, it's normal, I guess. They yell at me and try to ground me when I come home after curfew and stuff like that.
So it sounds like things at home aren't the greatest right now. Do you feel like maybe if there's one thing your parents could change that would make your life a little easier, what would that be?
Just leave me alone. Let me do let me work, and don't add a bunch of stuff on all the time. I take care of myself. I don't ask them for much. I know I'm living in their house, but I follow their rules mostly.
Okay. And so you work and you live at home still. Do your parents have like a rules for a curfew, or did they kind of let you come and go as you please? Maybe tell me a little bit about that.
No, they have rules, but like if I work till midnight, I'm supposed to be, it takes me a half hour to get home, so I'm supposed to be home by like 12:30 or so. So a couple of times, friends of mine that I work with, they want to go out and do stuff, and so I just don't come straight home, and then they get mad about that because I don't come straight home. So that's when I usually get in trouble.
Okay. So I know that right now you're kind of working with a court-appointed person, and they want to help you, but it looks like the curfew breaking could possibly cause you to be contempt. So I want to try to help you see maybe what your strengths are, see maybe if we could have some family counseling, everybody all together, maybe look at things we could do to help open the lines of communication? What are your thoughts about bringing your family in and talking to them?
I don't know. I don't care, but I don't think it's going to do any good. They just, they don't want to ever just help out really and just tell me what to do all the time. And I don't like it. I don't like people telling me what to do. I don't know why. I just don't.
Okay. Before we do something like that, I just want to kind of get a feel. I heard there was something that happened on August 4th. You worked till midnight and then you went out to the lake with a coworker and didn't come in till 5 a.m. And can you tell me a little bit about that night?
Well, just like I said earlier, we got off work and, we worked all day, and so we just wanted to go do something. So that's what we did. We just, a couple friends, and let's go hang out at the lake, and that's what we did. We broke curfew, and I knew I was, but I figured I wasn't hurting nobody, so I didn't see what the big deal was.
And so what is the rule in the house if you're going to be late or you're not coming home? What do your parents expect of you?
Well, they want me to at least text them and let them know what's going on, but a lot of times, it's like then they're just watching over my shoulder all the time, and I don't like that. So, but I try to, sometimes I just forget. Sometimes I don't just think about, hey, I got to tell my parents everything all the time. I don't feel like I have to. So I didn't that night.
Okay, and so when you came home, was there a big fight or what happened?
Well, they were worried. They didn't know if something was wrong, and the same stuff as always. And then my dad was yelling at me. It's his house. I can get out if I don't like his rules, and I gotta tell him what to do. Blah blah blah, stuff like that.
Okay, so if there was something in the future you could do differently or your parents could expect, would it be to give a little leeway to you when you're at home? Do you feel like, how is it when you're not working and you come home? Where are you spending your time?
I just go in my room. I don't like being around. I feel like they're gonna yell at me all the time, so I'll just go in my room and stay in there and play video games or listen to music or stuff like that, watch TV. Most of the time I just try to keep away from everybody in the house.
Do you feel like you'd want to have a better relationship with your parents if you could, or do you feel, what are your feelings on that?
I don't know. They're my mom and dad, so it's, it is what it is, but sure, I guess everybody would always want a better relationship with them, but I just, don't hassle me about everything all the time, all little stuff.
Is there anybody in your family, if you don't feel like you get along so well with your parents, is there another family member that you feel you can confide in or talk to when things get tough or when you're not happy at home? Is
Not
there
really.
a cousin or an uncle?
No, nobody that I really talk to. That's why I just keep to myself. So I don't really feel like I got friends that I could talk to, but that's, same thing.
How could we get your parents to hear you out more or make you feel like you were being respected more, or that you were entitled to your own time where you weren't kind of being followed all the time? Or
to stop seeing me as like a little kid. I'm basically an adult. I understand, like I said, I live in their house, but to see me more as a grown-up person and not a little kid that can't take care of himself, that would probably help.
Okay. Because you feel that you can't talk to your parents, and you're spending time in your room, is there something you could maybe talk to them about changing so that it kind of opens the lines of communication?
I don't know. I guess I could ask him just to, sit down once in a while and just listen to what I have to say about things and try to work out problems. But it's hard because I get angry because they they don't trust me and stuff. So, and I don't want to talk to them.
Well, I'd hate for this to continue the way it has been, and then you end up going to juvenile court or being held in contempt. So I'm here to help you in any way we can to change that and keep avoiding that situation. But I think it's important when you're at home that your relationship be better, so you feel like you're being heard and they feel like you're contributing, doing the chores and stuff. I'd like to maybe have them come in next time and maybe together we could talk. Would you be up for possibly doing something like that?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if they came in and we all talked together, and hopefully maybe we could work something out. But I don't know if it'll help or not.
It might not, but maybe we could learn something new from that, or maybe it is just communication that's getting mixed between, or everybody's just frustrated, so there's just yelling going on and there's no talking it through and getting to the heart of it. So hopefully with our next meeting we could look into that. Is there anything you feel you need assistance with that I could help you with?
No, not at this time. I don't feel like I'm going to hurt myself or anybody else. I just, a lot of times I just want to be left alone. I don't want to talk to anybody. I just leave me alone and, let me listen to my music and play my games or whatever I want to do. I don't want to talk about everything all the time.
Okay. So looking back over what we talked about today, it sounds like you're frustrated. You work all day, you come home, you're not feeling respected, you're not feeling heard, you'd rather just hang out in your room than socialize, and after you worked a hard day and your parents are telling you to get in there and work some more, you'd rather have them spend some time with you, talk to you, get to know you, know what's going on in your life. I'd encourage you, if there was a maybe family member that you could talk to, that might help, because they might be able to shed some light on the situation too. But the next time we meet, I would like to encourage your parents to come along too, and then we can maybe take this from there. In the meantime, your court designated worker, she may reach out to you, she may reach out to me, but hopefully we can maybe get that taken care of. Is there something in the meantime when you're feeling kind of like things are bottled up or bothering you, instead of retreating to your room, is there something you can do so that we don't get the report from your parents that you're being disruptive to the home, but that you are participating? Do you feel like maybe you could give a little bit more to the doing the chores and participating at home?
I can try.
Okay. Why don't you try over the next week or so, and when we meet again, we'll take another look at it. We'll talk, and we'll take it from there. How does that sound?
Fair enough.
Okay.
Sounds good.
It was nice to meet you, Steve,
Nice
and
to meet you
you can
too.
call anytime. I'm here to help you.
Thank you.
You have a good day.
Thank you.